It's a crowded field of candidates vying to emerge as the next governor of Abia State in southeast Nigeria, amidst continuing questions about the quality of political leadership that has been put at the disposal of the citizens of the state since Nigeria's return to constitutional democracy in 1999. Among those lining up for a shot at the governorship seat is Onyekwere, Uche, the candidate of the Africa Alliance. I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday as he wants to outline his vision and mission for governance if he gets a chance to serve. We want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday. Now we are seeing quite a bloated number of candidates from diverse political parties vying for a seat in the government house in Abia State. Talk to us. What stands you from the rest of the aspirants who are hoping to clinch that particular ticket come the 11th of March?
Thank you. The name of the party is Action Alliance. And what prompted me to run for the office of the governor of Abia State is this philosophy that says, think not what your country will do for you, but what you can do for your country. I love Abia State so much that I cannot sit on the fence and watch Abia State collapse. I've never been a part of any government before in my life, but after the NSAS movement, which I'm part of, and I'm proud to be part of it because the youths are waking up, I decided to join the race.
All right, Uche, it's good to, good response there. But realistically, how popular is Action Alliance in Abia State? And of course, don't you think the odds are stacked against you regarding the other popular parties, whether it's PDP, whether it's Abia, or even the APC? What do you make of that scenario?
Action Alliance might not be popular before in Abia State, but I'm telling you today that Action Alliance is getting popular and popular every day when people know the kind of person running for the office of governor, because they know I'm not corrupt like most of the politicians in the past. And it's all about total youth takeover for the state. You know, I'm for the youth. I've been there. I know what they go through. I've been in the streets looking for food, somebody helped me while I was in university to pay my tuition. So I feel the pain of the youth. And I cannot just sit back and watch this whole youth, perish like that because of lack of opportunities from the government. Abia State is a blessed state. All we have is leadership problems. With the right leader, Abia State will be great. And I believe I'm that person to take Abia to the next level.
All right, I would like to find out from you because you've just mentioned the fact that you are one of the people, understanding that you've been in the streets, you've actually risen from the bottom to where you are right now. But politics is about structure and politics is majorly grassroots driven. Now, my question is, since you are still a greenhorn in terms of politics and your political career, how much following do you command to be able to garner enough votes to be able to get you the desired number to win the governorship election? Because as it stands right now, we'll say that some established political parties have done their homework based on the fact that they've actually been in existence for a very long time and they've been on ground longer than you have. Talk to us about this. Address this.
Number one, Action Alliance have in the 17 local governments in Abia State, we have our offices or we have our people there. So they're taking the message to the people. We are actually doing more grassroots than any other person. And to think about, we've had only one political party in Abia State that has been in power for the past 24 years. If you come to Abia State right now, you will figure out that Abia State is nothing to write home about. Come to the roads, everything. The teachers are being owed salary for 24, 36 months. The doctors are on strike right now. A whole lot of things is happening in Abia State, and people are not happy. The pensioner has been there, they've been owing salaries for over 48 months. How do you want them to survive? We've had just one political party that has been leading Abia State for the past 24 years. So people are tired. Abians are tired. The youths are crying. We have a whole number of youths, unemployment, insecurity, a whole lot of things that I can't even mention that are killing people from Abia State. And Abia State used to be the best state in Nigeria. When you talk to Abba, Abba is like a big cow being milked all the time for revenues. But go to Abba today, when it's raining season, you don't want to go to Abba. You don't want to go to Area markets. If a good leader takes over the leadership of Abia State, all these things will be turned around, and Abians will be proud to be called Abians, their state.
Okay, Uche, you alluded to the fact that the youth seems to be a point of focus is as part of your campaign here. But let's take a look at this. Beyond your aspiration to become governor, what service have you rendered to your constituent and the people whom you are seeking their mandate? How will they remember you for that towards the elections?
Like I said, I studied economics at Abia State University, and one of my friends back then in the university helped me with my tuition when I was in college. So when God helped me and I traveled to the US, the first thing I did was to have a foundation, OAU, Onyekwere Akim Uche Foundation, OAU Foundation. You know, I started paying tuitions for a whole lot of kids. I started doing a whole lot of things for people, helping them in starting up some businesses, buying trucks for people to just start up their business, and helping in establishing a whole lot of our youth. But as a private individual, I cannot do that by myself. So I decided to run for office of the governor. That way I'll have more capacity to help our youth and our fathers and our pensioners and our doctors and bring back the glory to Abia State.
All right, let's get your thoughts about some national issues that have been dominating the political landscape, and that has to do with the redesign of the Naira, and more importantly, talking about the scarcity of fuel. What's your take about all that is going on, the back and forth between the CBN, the federal government, and those forgetting the state governments, all in one mix, dragging it left and right? And what do you make about this continuous lack of fuel in Nigeria? Give us your thoughts.
It's so sad because at the end of the day, the poor masses, is being the one that is hit the most. I feel so bad, but the problem with not just Abia State, the problem with Nigeria is a leadership problem and corruption. The corruption in this country is so much that we have to, look and figure out how all these people coming out to take charge of this country, how do they make their money? That's what we'll be asking them this time around, because, a whole lot of Nigerians have been praying for a better Nigerian, somebody that would take them to the next level. But they need to ask a lot of questions towards all these people coming out. I know it needs money to do the campaign, but when we start asking questions, we'll start eliminating all these corrupt leaders that has been keeping Nigeria, behind. A whole lot of other countries, like America, they're talking about, electric cars, and we're still talking about everyday fuel crisis. Meanwhile, We are oil-producing country. We have crude oil in abundance. You go to Saudi Arabia, you go to every other country that produces oil like Nigeria. The gas price is so low because they don't want their citizens to suffer. But reverse is the case in Nigeria here today. They don't care about the poor. They care about themselves. The greed among our politicians today is so much that they don't care. Because they can afford whatever they want to afford. They can do what they want to do. Most of them are above the laws. You can't even touch them. We're talking about the scarcity of fuel, the scarcity of money. Go to their houses. They have them in abundance. They don't care because they'll have to be the first to be served before the poor masses. But right now, I'm begging the poor masses, I'm begging Nigerians to look, because actually the poor has been given to them to make the right choice. This is the first time we'll be going through electronic voting system. That will change everything that they'll be praying for. They need the right leader to be in charge of Nigeria. They need the right leader to be in charge of Abia State.
Indeed, Uche. Now, you're a major stakeholder in the process leading to the elections, no doubt, being a candidate for the governorship position. Now, let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on INEC's concern about insecurity? We remember the arson attacks on its offices in the southeast. And of course, generally speaking, regarding the elections, what do you think about their preparations towards it? Are you confident of the ability for INEC to give us free and fair elections?
That's everybody's prayer. You see, the insecurity problem in Nigeria today is basically the unemployment of our youth. If we give the youth the employment they need, I believe you me, my brother, there won't be insecurity as much. But I'm begging the youth today to please use their power, use their PVC to change all these bad leaders that have been making you stay at home. Some people like in college doing 4 years program end up staying in school for 8 years. So this is the time for the youth to change all these things. When it comes to insecurity, we're begging the federal government again, the police, the army, to send large number of all these security personnel to make sure that we'll have a free and fair election.
All right, I want to say thank you very much for your time here on Newsday.